Hey, what's up? We are on our third live interview right now. We're waiting. We're here. We're here. We're live, and I want to thank you guys for watching us. We are at our 2020 World of Step convention, and I'm just gonna write this down real quick because we've been at this. It's our third interview of the day. Convention. Hello. Thank you so much for everyone supporting. Convention. I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to tag this up now. What's up, everybody? I got to pin this before I get screened at. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much. Hello. Yeah, you ain't messing around. You're trying to get your points, girl. We are live right now, and we are on our third interview, and that is myself. I'm waiting. There's somebody. We have a surprise. Thank you, Connie. I saw that shout out about my look. That's my, little quarantine. Hey, CRJ. So, as we come on right, we are now on 2020 World of Step International Convention Week. Yes, right now. Yes.
So why I created my own live thinking you were going to jump on?
No, that made no damn sense. We are right now, live right now. We're doing World of Step Convention, and we're doing the interview. This is the making of the World of Step. And it's my turn as a member of the Alliance. So I'm going to flip the script. That's right, AOS is in the building. CRJ, I got you. So Phoenix, yeah, that's all day. We have right now Betty Diaz, who's doing a branding workshop right now on our demand classes. And she is from Celebrate You. So Betty, take the stage.
Okay, sit back and relax, okay? Because you've been doing all the work, so I'm here for you. I am the substitute teacher.
Yes, you are, girl.
I know we don't have a lot of time because you have to interview Chuck, right? Right after this.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock, he's the next one, buddy.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm so excited. First of all, I'm proud of you, okay? I am so proud of you. I've known you for, I think 22, 23 years now. When we were 0, when we were 1. Yeah. We won't say the age.
When I was 1 year old.
We were stepping. Which actually, that's my first question. You know how they say, when did you fall in love with hip hop? So when did you fall in love with stepping?
Well, if you go on demand right now and you catch my interview on the World of Step, I fell in love with stepping when I was in high school. I went to Lehman High School in the Bronx. I was a captain of the cheerleading squad in Lehman. And I was stepping and I was competing. And when we went to cheerleading competition, we were like, that is not cheerleading. They were like, this is step. And at that moment, what I fell in love with it is that I was able to tell a story and to dominate a stage without, being myself. I didn't need any music. And, what people don't know is I'm a lyricist. Like I can spit, I write tracks. I can spit, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what the 90s did. We spit, you know what I'm saying?
So before technology, that's what
I did. So at that moment when I was in high school, I realized, I love it, but I didn't think I could do it full time. It was just something like, oh my God. It was something that just came, it was something I fell in love with. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So, a lot of us we knew you from the stepping world, from Greek life, right? And so how did you begin, transitioning into college, like with Greek life, into doing stepping?
So when I was, I pledged spring 1997, I pledged Omega Phi Beta.
That's a long time ago, my God.
I went to college when I was like 10. I was like, I was smart, girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. Okay. So I ran when I was in college, and after I pledged, I fell in love with stepping, obviously in high school. And then I did it, and then they said, you should start it. The sorority asked me, can you start the step team? And then I decided, I was like, let me do a show. And I did Roberto Clemente, the first summer step show for like Latino Greeks. It was like the Latino Greek show. And I said, let me try it. Dude, we went in there with like 6 beats, and then we had tight clothes. There was no air conditioning. It was like this. But when I went there, and I was representing my sorority, and I was, representing the colors, the brand. And when you're part of a sorority or fraternity and you pledge, you go through a membership intake process. You have this love for your sorority, and you just want to tell your story. And you're like, yo, let me tell you about those nights. So, it was very passionate for me to get on the stage and do it. And then as I hit the market and started stepping even more and more and winning titles, it became even more passionate for me. It didn't start like, okay, I'm going to do this as a career. It was just like, yo, I'm hitting the streets. I'm going to go out there and start competing in those different campuses. And I'm not lying to you. We competed against everybody. We would just go left and right and compete. And every time we would compete, you know, people would be like, oh, you know, you're the wrong color skin. Or, you know, you're not part of the Divine Nine. Why are you stepping? Or you're a female. You don't know about step. Men know better about stepping. So, you know, I used to get all these like different side conversations, but it didn't really bother me because as I was winning and competing in the Latino market, my name stood on its own. It went from like Jessica to Remolina, my sorority, to like Remo. Like it was just like, you know, Remo. That's it. It's Remo. Google
Remolina. What is Remolina for the, you know, non-Spanish speakers? What's Remolina?
Remolina is a whirlwind. Okay, it's a whirlwind, and I don't know if you guys know me. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy. I can't stay still. So, you know, but
So,
yeah.
so what's the secret sauce into, you know, I have the pleasure of saying that I used to step with Remo. She was my step mistress. So, you know, when I was on the team with her, we won second Pete. And I know what the secret sauce is, but what do you think is the secret sauce into carrying where you are today with stepping?
You know, for me, a lot of people have always talked about step, and some people are like, they do it for the money, or some people are trying to like, you know, they're like, I want to do this full time, but if I don't do it for the money, it's not going to count. I genuinely love step. Like, I genuinely eat shit and breathe it. Like,
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Like, it really, like, you know, it's like, it hurts me. Like I emotionally vested into step. You see, like, many people are going to tell you, oh, I do stepping for a living. No, you don't. Because if you go to practice and go to your 9-to-5 job, that ain't your living. There's not your living. Like, that's the difference. When I say step is life, it is my life. I gave up my entire career to do step. Literally, my bills get paid through my step company to support my husband, my family, the studios, my family, my friends who are part of the AOS dance studio. They are part of the reality of why step is my life. And, you know, when I first started it, you know, it first started with NST, right? When I competed at NST was like, yo, Remo, you know, what's the theme for next year? How are we going to win? Because my team relied heavily on me coming up with the choreography and the themes. And I never YouTubed it because back then they didn't have YouTube. I never wanted to get influenced by nobody because I understood that I didn't want someone to come up to me, oh, you're trying to imitate this. For me, you had to feel the beat. And I was like, nope, I don't want to be influenced. And I would stay and I would write lyrics and I would write things and I would like, what story do I want to tell? And I didn't want to disappoint the girls. Like, I don't want them to fail because if they fail, it will hurt me because I let them down. And then that was a sorority. And then when I started Art of Stepping and I started teaching kids how to step, and the kids would come up to me and like, yo, Miss Remo, I want to do this full time. And then I took that on. I was like, I have to make this full time.
Because there wasn't a space for it. So you had to create that space because now it's expanding. It's like, Miss Remo, I want this. And it's like, there wasn't an outlet for that. So you had the opportunity to like create this from scratch.
Yeah.
But let's take it back a little bit. You know, I was on the team with you. And the reason why some of the, you know, over the years in time, like the girls asking, hey, what's the next thing? It was trust. We had trust in you because what we saw in you, it was your heart. You know, you had heart for this. This wasn't just a thing, a hobby for you. It's like your name should have been Step. Not just Step. You know, Este in Spanish. No, but you know what I mean? But, you know, because you lived and breathed this, we had this trust in you. It's like any theme you came up with, it could have been like, we're gonna step to being a wall, and we'd be like, well, let's do it. You know, let's
do the wall.
You know, so, you know, that's what it is. And for us, that was the secret sauce, the fact that you had passion for this. And I'm not being biased because I was on the team. I can see this from a mile away, and I know a lot of people do too. But now, anyway, bringing it back to Art of Stepping, and then you started with the kids, and they're like, Miss Remo, we want this. Now you see an opportunity because you're like, oh, I don't have this space. We're going to have to create this. And so from there, I feel like your career path was like a juggernaut. It was like one thing to another.
Yeah, we never had a break. We never, like, so
right.
When we started doing the Art of Stepping, I was very surprised that when I trademarked the Art of Stepping, it was available. Like, I was like, what? After all these years, like, no one's trademarked it. So I trademarked it on purpose because I wanted to preserve the name. I wanted to save the name Art of Stepping because I wanted people to know it's an art form, like when they think of ballet. And then on top of it, what people don't realize is that when I create beats, I hear sounds in my head. And
Right.
then I would hear sounds, and I decided, to create a written language. I was like, what if everyone knows Chiquetti is the written language of ballet, right? But what if there was an actual written language to step? Like if you can take letters of the alphabet and you can document it. And that's what I fell in love with it. So that's what I created was I took the letters of the alphabet and I created a system where you can actually document step. Like you literally can, words are movements. So every letter of the alphabet represents a movement. And those movements are applied with numbers, which allows you to document counts. And then we use mathematics and basic grammar to document how I want you to move across the stage.
So this is the Remo system.
That's the Remo system. And then for me, I was like, by the time I got to Art of Stepping and I was working with these kids and building this, the Art of Stepping brand, I still had people telling me, you're the wrong color skin. Why are you doing this? You're not a part of the fraternity sorority world that's known for. You're Latina. I got really pissed off and I was like, well, I'm going to create my own space. And what I'm going to do is making sure that I make a space where it's inclusive, where everybody can be a part of. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, the gender you are, which is why I said the Art of Stepping is perfectly. You may not like Remo, but you're going to want to be part of the Art of Stepping because you love the art form. And that's when I created the Art of Stepping and created that brand. And I literally copyrighted. So my system, no one can do what I do. Literally it's copyrighted and trademarked. I own my trademarks.
We got to take a business course with you about trademark, right?
I'm like,
so let's take it back a little. Let's take it back a little bit. I know, this is a little bit about your history. You struggled in the Greek life, right? Like in the space of stepping with the Divine Nine, but there was a point in time where NST got to what was it at the time? Step Correct, right?
Yeah. So
tell us a little bit about that, how you broke through that, because that was unheard of.
So what we did,
and FYI, I was the judge on that.
So when we competed, so many people know about the MTV True Life. It was MTV True Life, I'm a Stepper. That was actually my life. And what we did is that we competed in Step Correct in the different competition circuits. And when we were doing it, what many people didn't know was that, they only captured like 3 segments. Like they only captured like 3 different competitions or 2 that we did. But they didn't realize that what the circuit wanted us to do is that we had to compete in every single regional, even though we placed, because we had to prove ourselves, because we were a Latina step team. And they were like, no, you have to prove yourself, to the point that we went into nationals, to the Step Correct nationals, and we went in there and they literally looked at us and they said, basura. Literally looked at our face and said, basura. And when I heard that shit, I was like, you have to understand, I've learned the business, but I'm still from the Bronx. Let's not get that shit twisted. And I'm all about integrity. So when they said that thing, I swear to God, I ran to jump on her. And then the sister started, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, what pissed me off is like, you're going to judge me on what I'm doing for the art form. Judge me on the nights and sweat and tears that I'm doing it for you. So you got time to rep those letters. You got time to talk about step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, when that happened, it was a big thing in the controversy. My face was taken with like penises in my face, and they mutilate. Oh, of course they're going to put stepping on the internet because she's a Latina. And I'm like, this is not a white thing, a black thing, a Latino thing. This is a people thing. This is an art form, and I was like, it would bother me is that I'm looking at my kids that I'm training, in the different schools, and they're not seeing color. They're not seeing race. They're just seeing, I love stepping.
Well, the beauty about children is that they see what's authentic and what's in front of them. And you are pure heart. And I'm not just saying that because I know you and I'm not biased. You are pure heart when it comes to stepping. And so they see that and they want to follow your soul and your passion for this art form, but I wanted people to see where your career, like you fought to be where you are today. It wasn't handed to you. So let's talk a little bit about, because I know you don't have enough time. You have Chuck to do, and I think he's on here. I saw him log on. But let's talk a little bit about like World of Step. So how did you transition from Art of Stepping into World of Step, and what's going on today, like behind the scenes, what's going on there?
So the Art of Stepping had its own world, and we were successful. We had our own network. And then we decided to do the World of Step. And then when we decided to do the World of Step, my idea was like, I'm seeing such the advantages of what my kids are getting out of the art of stepping. Like, you know, I came into it understanding that I wanted to make stepping full time, but in order to do that, we had to set certain perimeters in place so that we take those baby steps. One, have them be recognized. Two, create a system so it's recognized in an educational system. And three, let's provide the scholarships of opportunity. But we were doing everything through Art of Stepping. So if you weren't part of our network, you know, we weren't affording you those opportunities. You had to come underneath us. And in the stepping world, it's so segregated. Like, everybody's like, I'm first, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, yo, dude, relax. Like, relax. Like
come together. Come together.
You're doing what you're doing, but you ain't getting that far. So, like, I've never come into this. When we started the World of Step, I got backlash. I got people from other step companies and other shows, like, saying things about me. And I'm like, I don't even know you. We've never had a conversation. Like, you know, and if you know me, and if anyone wants to say that they know me, and if they want to say that they know me, they've had to have gone through my lawyers. I don't answer my Instagram. I only answer certain things. Any requests that come through will go through my assistant or my lawyers. So you can't say you know me or had a conversation with me. You got to come up with the receipts. Punto final. So when we started the World of Step, I said, you know, it's not enough what I'm doing for my kids. We have to create a world where the dance world gets to see what stepping does, the richness of stepping, and the way that we're changing lives. You know, we continue to have these conversations with our kids and tell them, go hard at practice. You bust your ass. Go for my team. Have you seen the craziness on these Instagrams? Yeah, my team rep this, my team. But are you giving your teams an opportunity to do this full time? You're not even full time. So what the hell are you telling these kids? We have to start thinking about the bigger picture. And if you're doing the same shit over and over and over again and the same results, then you're lying. You're looking at those kids and you're lying to them. And that's what that, you know.
So you're building a future. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
So emotional, and I get so pissed off because I'm like, yo, you like, I don't want any person, any kid right now watching, competing at the World of Step. I am telling you that I take your dreams, I take your stories, I take your routines personal. It is my job to make sure you can do this for a living. Bullshit that you can't. Bullshit that you don't have the same energy and passion anyone in the dance world has. And it's personal to me. Very much so, because I've sacrificed my husband, my daughter, my time. And I'm telling you, those video clips, everything that's going out there, I'm working 24 hours a day, because when I hear your stories and I see your coaches and I see what they're doing, God damn it, they deserve to do this full time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just.
Thank you, Remo. Thank you so much for creating. Now you're gonna make me cry. Gosh.
No, I'm just sorry. It's just, the convention has been very overwhelming.
I know. You can see, everybody can see. It's literally like you literally walk with the heart in front of you. It's not only on your sleeve, it's all over your body. And thank you for creating an outlet, an opportunity, not only in the United States, but in the world, because now you have Peru and like you're
now I'm taking their stories now with me. Now I can't bail Peru.
Wait, hold on. You got more countries to add to your list.
And you know what? And you have to see, when you see these stories of Peru, like, you know, like you guys who are competing, they're so excited to see you. They're so excited. They're like, oh my God, I seen this team doing it. I see that. And then Peru is like telling me, you know, do you even know what it feels like, Remo, that I've been dying to do stepping, but people haven't even recognized it? In my head, I'm thinking, God, I'm absorbing.
But they said it in Spanish.
They said it in Spanish. And then West Africa, guys, West Africa, 2 years. 2 years, no training. No training, watching videos, begging me, Remo, can you ship? I shipped out boxes of stuff for them, like t-shirts and stuff like that, so they can do a show where in some areas have no chairs. No chairs, and they love, like, this is like crazy. Like, we have to bring the world together, and everyone needs to come together.
Here's the beauty of stepping. Stepping is just, you just use your body. Yeah. You don't need anything else, right? Like,
it's hard. Stepping, I think, is the hardest sport, because we don't have a music track playing to get the crowd hyped. We got to be the music track. We got to be the DJ. We got to be the waitress.
The storyteller.
I mean, have you seen some of these routines? Like, my God, CRJ, Lethal Ladies, Queens Crusaders, Hawkeye Steppers, AOS, Memphis Omega. I mean, you see these routines. Amazing. I think they're amazing. Yeah, Phineas, Clark. I can name them all. They
They're all
all
on
have
here,
a
I
story.
think. They're all
Huh?
on here, yeah.
Uh,
They're all on here. You're naming them.
they have such a beautiful story. Like I'm just listen. I'm honored to be taking the heat for anybody that says that they're not allowed to step. You can come for me. I don't care. But what I want is that the stepping community needs to wake up and start realizing that we have to work together. And this is not the Betty. We have so much stuff planned for the announcement. We have a grand finale that we're gonna do a live show. I mean, we're making this like we're giving Step the respect that it earns, so that next year we just continue to grow. I don't care if you want to do our show or not, but I care if you want to be part of this world. And if you want to be part of this world, then you gotta give into it. You gotta put work into it. And you gotta understand that this world doesn't work without you. The world of Step is not me, Ed, or anybody else. The world of Step is every single person who loves Step, that no one sees them and thinks that stepping is bullshit. This is the world you need to be in. Because we see you, we hear you, and we're not going anywhere.
Right.
You know?
So speaking of because I know we have like 5 minutes, but like I lost my train of thought because I was so
if you're interested, send us an email at info@worldofstep and we can give you some information and connect you. info@worldofstep. Or you can register for our convention. Worldofstep.com, register.
Hey, Diaz, primo. Hey, he hosted for one of your shows actually.
Hi.
So for World of Step, like tell us a little bit about like it's virtual now.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Like, did you expect that in January when you were preparing?
So when we kicked off the World of Step convention, our idea was like, let's create a world where these kids and these coaches can learn. And the idea is that they go ahead, come to convention, take these classes, and then they go back and make their market stronger. The teams are stronger, the coaches get stronger, because we want as many coaches as possible to go full time so that we can make a collective decision like the dance floor has. Like, why can't there be 20 national shows? Why
Right.
not? And everybody come to convention, and that's what our game plan is, you know? So that was what idea. And when it went virtual, you have no idea. When it went virtual, I was like, team, we're flipping this, we're going virtual. And they're like, what? It literally took us about 2 weeks to take the entire concept and flip it to virtual, and then call Chuck and be like, Chuck, we're going virtual. And then Ed, get us workshops. And we were 2 weeks to flip this entire concept around. And for us to make it, for us to be celebrating right now, it was difficult. It was not easy at all, but I'm excited about it because if it did not go virtual, we would never been international.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like in this situation that we're in, what good came out of it? And you just said it.
International, like right now, the teams that we're going to compete were from the United States. And, you know, the way the World of Step does it, we align ourselves like the dance world. We have the novice and we have the intermediate advanced. So that teams don't have to pick and choose it. They have to go against a competition. We also have the sizes. We have small group, large group, so that if you're a team of 20 going against a team of 11, you're like, I'm going to lose because numbers, that's what they see. So we split it up. We did it on purpose, you know? So when it came to this competition and we see now we went virtual, we have Indonesia, we have Venezuela, we have Peru, we have Thailand. I mean, Thailand is sick. We have West Africa, to the point that they're like, we want to work with you and we want to do this full time and let's do this. And their excitement is the reason why we're doing regionals in Peru, we're doing regionals in West Africa, and we have 2 more other international spots, but it's because of them. And imagine if we can take our kids in the United States, right? Give them this opportunity and then take them with us to travel the world and see it.
So
why not?
Foreign exchange, we could just do stepping.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine, those people can come here because they will see that what stepping is to us is body percussion. And then, you know, like some people are like, wait a minute, it's part of my culture. Like, I get offended when people say I'm a Latina, that I shouldn't step. I'm like, it's part of my culture. I'm Taína, Taíno Indians. I'm African. Come on, let's be honest. We're all black. We're all from the motherland. You know what I'm saying? So
everything came from the
is
motherland.
From the motherland.
Everything.
I don't care what you say. But
so
the point, yeah, that's
so
it.
what, we have a minute left because I know Chuck is coming on soon, but you know, what lesson do we want to walk away with with the art of stepping or World of Step? What do you want us walking away with?
I would like for people to know that the World of Step is about you. The World of Step was not created to represent Remo, to represent the art of stepping, to represent Ed or Dabe. The World of Step was created so that you have a place that celebrates you, that celebrates what you love, your history, your culture. It celebrates your coach's experience. It celebrates you as a performer. It gives you the awards. It gives you the scholarship. And it gives you the recognition. So when your coaches tell you, go hard at practice and you're there for 7 hours, it means something. And it means something because you can do this for a living. And that is, that has always been my mission. And it's always been a difficult thing for me because I sacrifice a lot. And every time I get a blow, you know, I'm emotional. You know, I get a blow, I'm like, shit. But then I look at these kids and I look at these teams competing and speaking of Peru, and I'm like, even my OS dance kids, I miss them so much. I'm like, I just can't fail them. So I feel like everything happens for a reason. So if anything, I want everybody to know that the World of Step is about you. If you know me, I am not going anywhere. This is only the beginning, and I promise you, this will stay international, and we're going to celebrate you. And mark my words, 10 years from now or 15 years from now, when you graduate out of college, you're probably working at the World of Step convention circuit. Why not? Why can't you work here one day? So that's it.
Well, thank you. And thank you for having me. And, you know, it's been great. And I love your journey, and God bless, and continue. Keep trucking through, because you're amazing and we love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, look, I'm going to make you cry. You're going to end up crying on Chuck's interview.
No more. Bye, Betty.
Bye.
Guys, thank you so much. That was my private interview with Betty Diaz from Celebrate You on the making of the World of Step. Oh, you want to say hi? K Marie can say hi. K Marie, say hi. This is my daughter. We are going to hang up now because we're going to add Chuck. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.